Hi, my name is Mike Messier. My wife Mitzi and I were actually the first two people to subscribe to the new Brown Deer Cooperative here in Coralville. And I've already talked to many of you before in a previous video we did as a testimony to the project. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about an obstacle that I think a lot of people are finding difficult to overcome that's terribly misunderstood when really taken into careful consideration. I'm going to preface my remarks, because we're going to talk about money a little bit, with the fact that I've been in the financial services industry for 46 years, 46 as an insurance agent, a little over 25 as a financial advisor. And when Mitzi and I first considered this concept, we looked at it very, very carefully and thought seriously about it and started to back off a little bit, primarily because of the monthly fees. Then, being who I am, looking at the numbers a little more carefully and taking averages over about a 5-year period of time, I started looking at what we were actually spending on our current home, not only to maintain it, but taxes, insurance, things as simple as salt for the soft water system, bird seed for the bird feeders outside, fertilizer, you name it. A lot of very small items when compared to the larger items like taxes and insurance, and suddenly discovered that we weren't spending much less now than the monthly fees were going to be in the co-op. And that's without any debt service. Our home's paid for, fortunately, and so consequently it was a little bit more of a consideration for us. But had we had debt service to consider, it would have been a no-brainer. The cost would have been reduced tremendously over what we were currently spending. So it became a very easy decision for us, along with the fact that we were now in a place that we could lock up when we were ready to go in the winter, to go somewhere for a couple of months and not have to worry about anybody maintaining it. The last thing I'll talk about, because it was something that I looked very carefully at when we first considered the co-op concept, with a house that's already paid for, depending on the unit an individual decides to opt for, the possibilities are to create a very, very attractive situation for future vacationing opportunities when you look into the winter months, especially over a 2 or 3 month period of time. When we first looked at this situation, we were going to be able to sell our home, pay for our subscription for the co-op, and still pocket $125,000 to $150,000. That money, put somewhere at 2%, produced enough for us over a 25-year period of time to be able to take what we needed out every winter to go somewhere warm for 2 or 3 months and still have a wonderful place all paid for that we lived in back here in Iowa City and Coralville. So again, I think if one of the obstacles you're finding hard to get over is the monthly fees, I think you need to take a very, very careful look at what you're spending currently and take everything into consideration. And I think you'll find this is a much better opportunity than you may have thought of before. So give it some thought. We'd love to have you as neighbors. Hope you have a great day.